Simon & Schuster Audio presents Keeper of the Rend by Lisa Maxwell. Read by Chris Henry Coffey.
It is difficult to believe in the dreadful but quiet war of organic beings going on in the peaceful woods and smiling fields. Charles Darwin, London, March 1839. The role of the scientist is to suspend disbelief, for the limits of the mind are truly the limits of our world. But as my hatband is 1 inch and 3/4 larger than the average gentleman's, I am assured that my mind is quite larger, and thus my world has far fewer limits than most. Milton von Wimple II, founder, National Society of Natural Things, Katerosseris, New York, November 1846. 1. On my second expedition to Indonesia, I learned quite inauspiciously that the weather may turn quickly and unexpectedly. Young naturalists should take care to note there is nothing so dangerous as a perfectly ordinary day. Milton von Wimple II, Notes from the National Society of Natural Things. Xavier T. Fletcher was an odd duck. A very odd duck. His father thought so, his older brother thought so, and most of the children he went to school with thought so too. Even his mother agreed, and mothers are not supposed to think that sort of thing, even if it might be true. But being considered an odd duck didn't bother Xavier at all. You see, the things that Xavier T. Fletcher loved most in the world were birds. He loved watching birds and reading about birds and studying birds. He'd earned his Junior Ornithological Explorer badge from the National Society of Natural Things by the time he turned 8, which I assure you is a very big deal indeed. So it didn't seem to him too terrible a thing to be considered a duck, odd or otherwise. Ducks, after all, are noble creatures. They are exceedingly adaptable, just like Xavier. For most of his life, it had not mattered that Xavier was a bit different from other children. No one in his neighborhood worried too much that he preferred long afternoons of sitting, calm and still, waiting for a bird to appear or making careful notes in his field journal or studying his scientific guides instead of running races or kicking balls or hitting other children with sticks. After all, he had grown up with the same girls and boys his whole life, and if they thought him a bit different, it was only because he was Xavier T.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?